36.
You wouldn't want to spend a long periods of time sniffing this shellac stuff in enclosed quarters.
Okay.
You're seeing signs that he may have poisoned himself a few times with this stuff.
Got it. Okay. What does the logbook say?
The logbook shows that they have already built one golem for Grenseldek, one golem for Vargon, and one golem for a woman named Morgana.
Golem, like the two that we saw outside.
Yep.
Not like the fucking fleshy cloak living bullshit.
The golem they were creating, it looked like they had yet to decide who they were going to sell it to, but there are some numbers with names scribbled in the margins that suggest that they might be trying to let different parties outbid each other.
Who are the parties?
The aforementioned Grenseldek, Vargon, Morgana, but also some orcish names that you don't know.
Okay. So
the rest of the logbook shows that they are in business with certain merchants from Ruach Durak.
Ruach Durak, that's the orc world, York home.
Yep.
Okay, and the merchants come here. Do they say when they come?
No. There's also other things that they seem to once in a while get food or other things from a place called Grudd Haug.
Okay. Does it show what kind of things? Food and what?
It tends to be more like sundry components, like general goods. Some of the more basic components they have.
Does it show the dates?
Drink.
The dates that they make these payments?
Yeah, these are probably their most regular trading partner.
And how often do these guys show up?
It
would say a date, right?
It's not clear that Grudd Haug is ruled by Chief Guh.
Chief Guh?
Guh, G-U-H.
Yeah, we're gonna go kill all those guys.
They also mention that they regularly give offerings to Thargloessa.
Assholes.
And that there may have been trades for spells with Vargon. And you now have physical proof that Morgana traded as part of payment for the golem the crafting of the death spell that killed Tensender. These necromancers, you actually learn their names from the logbooks. Black Rovoth was the name of the necromancer, and Mord, the Orknesker necromancer. Mord was Black Rovoth's apprentice. These people were in business with a ton of your enemies.
Okay, I'm glad we cut these guys off. But does it say that were they the same type of golems? Or just golems?
You guys have actually screwed up your Arcana check so many times against these golems that you don't know.
Okay.
They are an enigma.
The picture that's in the book is different from the thing the things that you fought outside, and it's just not computing.
Does it say price?
Yes, it does. So,
and what's the
bone golem? To craft a bone golem costs 21,000 gold pieces and requires at least 12 body skeletons.
So does it say the number of bodies that were sold, like number of bodies or dollar amount that they sold them for?
Yep. They apparently really liked to the earlier golems. They really packed the bodies in to make them extra tough.
Okay.
And there is a note in here that they ran out of dwarf skeletons a long time ago.
So the dwarf skeletons Lock Creek, I think I know where the skeletons are if you're kin. The bones of your kin are. It looks like they made some other golems and they sold them. Grenseldek, Vargon, and Morgana. Looks like I would say most of the dwarves, most of the bones are in there. Takes about 12 to do one, but they've to make them stronger, or tougher. They packed them maybe twice as much. That'd be about 60 some.
Lokrik's teeth are grinding.
So 12, 24, 72, 6. There's another 20 missing. I'm sorry, my friend.
We should destroy that book so no one can do it again.
Agreed. Does Galith agree? And Remy?
It should be destroyed, but we need to follow these leads up, find out where all of this went, and eliminate them as well.
Hideous. Get rid of it.
Destroy the golem book, keep the log book. And what was the third book, sorry?
There are 2 other books and they're spell books.
Oh.
Weird dancing magic on it. You I guess with a read magic you might be able to understand what it says, but yeah.
5th of Amoria. Please read through this logbook and memorize the contents. I'm going to have my helmet read the logbook and memorize the contents.
Ah, okay.
Everything it sees and hears, it can memorize books.
Good.
So you take off your helmet and you leave it near the book, and it actually just flaps its wings a few times every time the page wants to turn. All right, so it's in the process of memorizing the logbook.
That's awesome.
That's awesome. You should probably write that down, like the things that it's memorized.
Yeah.
It's like your holy Mimir.
How many things can you memorize without having to format yourself?
All right, I'm going to paste a bunch of stuff that you get off the guys, just magical things that I imagine you're taking. Do you care about the masterwork breastplate and dwarven war axes? You know, that sort of thing?
Remy doesn't.
No, and neither do we.
Okay.
We've already got a ton of crap.
Okay, I'll put it under loot rating of Osgard.
Galith, did you want to go back to Vosgard to perhaps procure yourself another horse?
I require a time of mourning first, but yes, in time.
Let me know, and what we could do is just teleport, pick one up. But if you need time, we might as well go now. Tell them to prepare until we come back. Would you like to do that? Or would you like to wait?
We'll simply wait.
Understood. Let me know whenever you want to do that. If y'all want to wait here, I can just go get our ship. We can land in the yard, wouldn't it, Marty?
There are space to land outside of it. It might be a very tricky maneuver to get it perfectly to land in here.
Oh, screw it. We'll just do it outside.
Maybe a DC 30 pilot.
Yeah,
check.
no. No.
To not stab it through one of these like obelisks or something.
Well, we're not seaworthy anymore.
Right.
Shit, Bob. Alright, I'll fly back and go get it and land it. Oh, what the fuck? Yeah, I'll go land it, probably across, I don't know, somewhere over here, wherever.
Okay, so you teleport back to the ship?
I'll just fly.
You'll fly back, and then the ship does come a little bit closer.
I fly at 90, by the way.
Yeah, soon your crew is actually helping like take off armor and that sort of thing. This is all worth money, and you have a boat that has tonnage. So
Sure, let's put it on. Let's put the stuff on, and if we find something more valuable, we'll just replace.
Yep. I assume you're limiting it to masterwork items.
Yeah.
Okay, the list is there. I can share it with the stream.
How much is the dwarven axes?
Masterwork weapons are 300 apiece.
Oh shit! So I need 300 of
So
each.
you've got
or 300
Black
total.
Rovoth's Grimoire, which has up to 6 level spells in it.
Oh, okay. And those are
A pile of
Not too
potions,
shabby.
a robe of bones that is full, an amulet of natural armor +1, a belt of mighty con +2, cloak of resistance +2, goggles of night,
goggles of night.
which grant dark vision,
Who doesn't have dark vision?
a headband of vast intelligence +2 with a heal skill in it.
Ooh.
You find Mord's incantations. He was a 9th level wizard with spells up to 5th, including suffocation, hungry pit, and telekinesis.
We did good when we had 2 wizards on the field and neither of them got to cast an attack spell.
Yep.
Yeah.
They spend a couple of rounds going, what the fuck, putting up a couple of protections. There were invisible folks. They then got to see you before you killed them. You have a headband of intellect +2 with craft sculpture in it. 6 doses of Unguent of Timelessness. Some masterwork mortician tools. And then a bunch of material components. And then they destroyed the book, Death to Construct a Dozen Corpses or More. The good people just decided to burn it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Too many good people said do it.
The chaotic neutral guys said, "It's a book. I'll show the other wizard."
They're like,
They
no.
went, "No, we burn it," and they're like, "Okay."
Well, you
Shit's
found
destroyed.
out that Lokrik's,
Yes.
Lokrik's people were used as the first few of these golems that were then sold to your enemies.
So they sold a stronger version of what we fought in the courtyard to Grenseldek, Morgana, and
Vargon?
Vargon.
Yeah. So they've been
Did
trafficking
they say
with
how
our
many there were?
enemies.
3.
3 that they
Okay.
sold.
Good.
Then they did more regular business with Ruak Durak Orc's Chief Guh of Grudd Haug.
So they get their goods from this tribe or whatever, this chief.
Yeah.
I'd like to know where they like to track where these guys coming and going. There has to be can't be
Yep.
a lot of traffic to this place.
Yep. And they also they did business there. They gave regular tribute to Tharkalwasa. They were just, part of the infrastructure of your enemies. The economy of evil, I guess, might be the way of.
So, is this a group
Can you guys
trial?
remind me
evil.
can you guys remind me in 6 minutes to go upstairs and say happy birthday to my wife?
Are you
6
kidding?
minutes?
Yeah,
minutes.
I'm taking her out tomorrow.
Yep.
Hey,
This is not a
don't
group
fuck
trial,
with game.
no. Just attacking.
No. I mean, just it'll be like let them rest or something like that.
Sure.
The destruction of the 3 golems.
If you guys are trying to get back the bones of 100 or so dwarves,
Yep.
sure.
And then,
What?
well, it's that or it's a Lokrik specific trial.
Just put it down and I'll decide later.
All right.
Okay, so there's some minor things there. I don't know how much. You load all the stuff onto the ship, and I guess spend the night here between
Sure.
all the loading and burning of corpses and searching and that sort of thing.
Yep.
Journal, 25th. Destroy necromancer lair at Crypt of the Fallen. Holly, 26th. What are you guys doing? Let's go back to Fier de Gren.
I think it's time to actually go and scout Grenseldek's treasury.
Yeah, I think we might want to proper scout that.
A proper scout. Stop! Just don't come in. Don't just walk in. We're going in. That's it. Fuck it.
Okay, so the next day, the winds have picked up a little bit. We'll say -2 to range attacks.
So it will take us a day to get there.
Wait, is it -2 if it's a projectile or
Yeah.
just okay?
So it'll take us a day to get there.
I guess magic is not really affected by the wind.
It sounds like the ray would be, but the telekinetic shot might be.
The ray wouldn't be, but the telekinetic shot would. Right.
The other way around.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So the captain is ordering the boat to fly high up.
No, we're not going there. We are not going there.
Okay.
Hold on. We're not going to go here. What we're going to do is probably go about. It's going to take us. This is going to be a slower day. We're going to get to about halfway. Okay. Then I'm going to scout.
Your ship at wind and flying can move at what is it, 120 or 90?
I'm 120.
Can move 10 hexes.
Yeah. Which is yeah. This is only
5
5.
5 or 6 away. Yeah.
Yeah. So I want to get to about let's say 7, 3/4 of the way, or 1/6.
Well, actually, that evening, Galeth was going to talk to Kiaran.
Okay.
Is there a, hey, do you want to be my new mount?
I need your services temporarily.
How do you feel about saddles?
Bareback.
Actually,
you say.
don't need saddles at all.
Saddles itch.
Bareback it is.
I'm pretty sure with a mythic diplomacy point, he can convince his cohort to submit to his greater goodness
Temporarily.
temporarily. That's fucking awesome.
Temporarily.
All right, so we will.
You have my word.
Tensender.
Also, we both charge really good. So.
My mythic word.
My mythic bluff.
I mean, even though I have no ranks in bluff, I can bluff better than a lot of people in the party, just because of that.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let me show Kiaran. Kiaran was
Better
part of
bluff
the.
better than most people who bluff.
Kiaran was part of the small mob of cohorts that have arrived that we haven't fully fleshed out their personalities yet, but Kiaran this might give a bit of a spotlight for Kiaran. Old unicorn.
Aren't there spells I can put this guy, like remove disease?
What?
He's got cataracts or old bones, or I don't know.
Yeah, okay. I don't. Yeah, he does look like he's got cataracts.
All right, I think a remove disease would help with that.
Okay. For some reason,
Right,
it doesn't.
heal check.
You actually get rid of it for a brief moment, and then they just sort of cloud back in.
Heal check or spellcraft?
Sure.
Which one?
Actually, a knowledge religion.
Kiaran lets out a long, deep sigh.
27.
You know about oracles.
Ah.
You are powerful, little one, but not that powerful.
In order for them to receive their spells, they must accept a god-given curse.
Understood.
Which means that he's a spellcaster.
Yeah, I gathered that. What about?
It was pleasant. For a moment you could see really far, and it kind of... Then it wasn't so pleasant as it was taken away from you very quickly.
A moment from days past.
Is there anything I can help with?
Kiaran leans in really close,
Oh,
right behind my left ear.
scratch. He kicks.
All right, so, Galeth kind of
Oh shit! Run,
I
Kenny!
guess you don't
I
need
gotta go.
you don't need to put the
go.
saddle on Kiaran, but there are a few other things that Tensender had. Does Kiaran gain benefit from any of them?
The +1 full plate armor is probably pretty awesome if you can wear full plate armor.
No. I'm actually proficient in it.
Can you? They're your divine spells. I don't think they.
It's a divine spell, so I can wear it. I'll just be slower.
Let me see how many times if I can use effortless armor on other people. Because I'll just prepare that twice if that's the case.
Kiaran does have barding.
That's
He's
personal.
got +1 mithril chain shirt barding.
Yeah, that's true.
Here, wear this armor. It's better.
It's bigger. It's heavier. Yeah, let's see. Let me think about. Let's see what happens if you have to do that. Basically, your speed goes down a bit, and
What's the max dex bonus of that armor?
it's full plate armor, so it's like +1.
So I think he'll actually have a lower AC.
Yeah, it's actually a good
Yeah,
point.
because his dex is.
Because you get a lot from your dex, yeah.
Well, he's at 22 dex.
Yeah. Okay, well, but then we won't make you wear that armor.
Thank you. Don't make me put it on.
Don't make me put it on,
You hoof at the armor a little bit, and you're like, oh, that's gonna be so heavy.
Ugh.
Are there any other magic items that Tensender had that might fit the?
Probably. Let me look. It may not be anything he doesn't already have, though, because I don't think he was particularly well equipped.
I don't think the horseshoes of speed worked because I'm not a horse or animal type.
But that would kind of be like the slot. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't. You already have an amulet of mighty fists. You already have a cloak of resistance. You already have a ring. +2 belt of dexterity, I guess.
I don't have a cloak of resistance.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll let you borrow the cloak of resistance +2 and the +2 belt of dexterity then.
That's your shadow blanket.
Yeah, you can put it around your shoulders, I guess, or
I actually
chest?
did a little. So, saddle equals chest, flanks or body, armor is its own thing. Your waist is your barrel because that's what horses have.
So con or dex? The dex is not as useful for him, so he'll stick with the con.
Stick with the con. Okay, so just the cloak resistance +2, which is basically a saddle blanket.
Yeah. Oh, I know why he didn't have it. It's because he's got a he permanently emits a magic circle against evil.
Oh, then you don't need that either. Look at that.
Well, I might get attacked by a neutral thing.
That's true.
an
What?
an-
When are we
an
gonna fight
animal or a
neutral
bug.
things?
I'm
Okay,
not
yeah.
evil. I just hunt unicorns.
So yeah, you can have the cloak resistance +2 for a while.
They killed my
It's-
family. Don't ask any
It's
questions.
written in a different color than the rest.
I'm just gonna leave it on my character sheet because I'm gonna take it back when I get a new mount. It's my saddle blanket.
I'll put temp beside then. I will serve you as you need for the time.
Thank you, my friend.
Now charge
If
that
I-
creature way over there.
We will-
Where?
We will just. No. See that.
That's the beauty. He
That's
just
the beauty.
goes.
I can show him where to go.
That's true. Guide with knees over
And then
here.
stuff to actually see what you need to do. Then you just put your horn in him.
Yeah.
Stick
Oh,
'em.
could you charge and at the same time
Yes.
That's
Kiaran
what a
charge
charge
with the
attack
horn?
is.
Yes.
It's just we can't do that if
I can't do
he
the
wants
ride
to
by attack combo. Yeah.
It can't be a ride by. That's the only
Yep.
thing.
That's the only thing.
It's
Huh.
gonna be
Yeah, it's fucking awesome. So you thought it was doing a lot of damage
The
before.
magic circle versus evil aura is kind of neat too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then if he has a revelation called Surprise Charge,
Oh, what?
which means as an immediate action he can move up to his speed a couple times per day, once per
That's
day.
awesome.
So
And we're gonna do the tactician always move, never get AO'd from moving ability.
Yeah, we're gonna call this temporary, but I have a feeling that
It's gonna be awesome.
There may be some
but,
effectiveness here.
but I do have to replace him eventually with something a little bit more pliable, and then we'll have him charge next to me while we're.
And then when it falls, you jump over.
Right.
You just make the ride check to land on the other mount.
Just
Well, I also have outflank, so we could do like an opposite end flanking charge for an additional +4.
Oh, it'd be like football when the guy's like just the receiver's in the wrong spot. Oh no! Oh, the top half went one way, the bottom half went the other way. Oh god!
Oh shit! yeah.
all right. So Galeth and Kieran spend some time that evening and early that morning talking about tactics and changing up some of the items. It is a serviceable mount for a paladin.
And a cavalier.
Definitely. That next morning, it sounds like you want to land and then scout again. Or he was looking for tracks. Well, he said a lot of things. So
he wanted to land a few miles out from Grenseldek's treasury.
Yep.
And then scout it as a druid, as opposed to how he did it last time.
So a few miles out is like the next hex over.
A half a hex, yeah, the next hex over. And then I think it's scout with... It might be the Lemmy-Remy scout. It's not going to be the treant.
Are you sneaking up on the place? Like, you're trying to keep it out of view at the same time you guys are out of view? Or are you flying really high up so you get a bird's eye view first and then landing?
I think he wants to keep it so we didn't see each other. And then they're going to find it.
That you wrote war gods as creatures trained instead of war dogs. 2 war gods trained. Yes, Scout is that good. Let's train 2 war gods. No big deal.
War
Yeah.
gods. No. Just training, pumping out war gods.
Yeah, just whatever. Just Mars and Thor, just left and right.
Nice bit of dyslexia there. Wow.
So yeah,
I'm
he's
gonna
going
fix
to not be visible.
Okay, give me a Lemmy stealth check. No size modifiers.
All right. Did Lemmy learn?
As he's trying to pilot the boat stealthily.
Did Lemmy learn how to do this? The answer is yes. And his sheet, my lord. Does he get to apply his item or no?
No.
Okay, so he really isn't very good at this then. 20!
Oh.
You get the sense that there may be a lake up ahead. Like water might pool into a very large area, that there might be a fortification built next to it. Or maybe some sort of dam. It's hard to see. Like, you caught a glimpse of it while you were flying, and then you decided to
land.
To land, yeah. Perception checks for everyone?
Okay.
Ukher is not worried with looking off the side of the boat. He is busy
24.
doing
Awesome.
something else.
Yeah, I'm looking forward. Did you manage to see something at extreme range at some point in your journey?
Let's check out Lemmy's, because Lemmy's got pretty good perception.
Yeah.
Lemmy's perception is...
And he gets
pretty
rid of 5 range increments, so you can add 5.
Don't we just add 5 to the...
Yeah.
42.
All right, says Lemmy. I thought I saw 2 creatures flying around in the lake. They're like horse-sized dragons with hooks on their tails.
In lake or around lake?
They were flying around far off. I did see a bit of a glint of steel on one of them, though. They might be wearing like banners horse coats, but for dragons.
Mm. Ukher's favorite horse would be dragon.
Okay. You can get a Knowledge Arcana. This will be a little more difficult because you didn't actually see the creature. Large-sized dragons with hooks for tails.
18.
That was Lemmy, or
I'll roll
Ukher?
mine.
Okay.
That was Lemmy. Lemmy got an 18.
Lemmy saw them. They might be wyverns.
Okay.
Ukher got 24.
Wyverns have a very powerful poison in their tails. Otherwise, they're kind of big, dumb, draconic beasts.
It's like flying dragon horse. Big and kind of dumb. With a little prick on them.
They're
My
temperamental.
ears are burning.
They don't have like 4 legs and 2 wings. They've got 2 legs and
They're like
2
chickens.
wings. Yeah,
They're big chickens.
I think.
Yeah, I didn't roll terribly great, so he's describing something. It might not be the thing. Okay, so this time you said you want to scout proper.
That's right. I'm going to turn into a little thing, and I'm going to fly over there and have a look.
And who is going to protect you?
Yggdrasil, you idiot.
Yeah, okay.
Yggdrasil has many danger.
Well, I suppose
It is not safe tree.
I suppose I could bring the other idiot, but it's hard for us to see each other.
Ukher sits down and says, "Give me a minute."
All right, but daylight's But I said daylight.
Ukher. That's right. That was what that would have been. Prepares a second see invisibility,
Okay.
and he gives a see invisibility extract to each of the little morons.
What are we supposed to do with this?
When you drink it, you will be able to see each other through your invisible.
How long does it last?
Almost hour and a half, almost 2.
So don't drink it now, he says to Remy.
I'll drink it when I'm good and ready.
You have fun with your cousin.
All right, we gotta go. All right, 2 miles at a movement rate of what? You said 60 or 90? 60.
He goes, Lemmy goes at 90, I go at 60.
Yeah, you're able to run. You guys both end up kind of fly running. Come on, hurry up. Your spell's wasting.
Woo!
I am eventually going to get him to drink a thing. It will be hilarious.
I'm going to switch maps to Grudd Haug. That's actually a nice map. This map is from the Storm King's Thunder 5e book. Don't get too excited. We're not playing 5e. But Storm King's Thunder is about giants going crazy, and the Giant Killer Adventure Path is about giants going crazy. So I'm like, can I stick these 2 things together? And with a bit of work, you can. So, you, from aerial view, see this place. Tool map.
Yes, I would
Visible.
like to see the map.
Shard.
Yes. Just point an arrow to where the hammer goes.
It is built to gigantic proportions and looks like the cross between a beaver dam and a medieval manor.
Okay.
Can you see map tools, Mark?
It is loading.
It's still loading.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah.
We are making the cache. We are at 17 of 18 loaded.
It is crawling with hill giants and orcs.
I want it. Yes. Dun, 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 ba, ba, da, wap, wap.
Yeah, mine's still loading.
I can't see it either. I've just got this like. I actually see like a Indiana Jones Nazi base just covered with orcs and giants.
It's like part barn, part like really old school medieval house. There's a wooden watchtower, and then the lake is being dammed by like essentially a beaver dam.
Ah, there we go.
Wonder how hard it would be to uncork the dam. Because if you're not changing the local geology, or change the maps, lake no longer there.
And the filth washes away.
My people were down there. They were filled.
If I'd used Detect Evil, I'm sure we would have found something wrong with them.
But the treasure! Yeah, it washed away too, guys.
Sorry, it was dirty. Well, and just to prove a point, Jotungraner would be left in front of the dam before it gets knocked away to prove that true.
It is
clean.
crawling with orcs. You could see hill giants milling about, and it looks like they do a lot of farming around here and herding. This pen with all the little white things, those are sheep.
Are they the giant sheep? Sorry.
Bundles of hay, like they're actually involved in agrarian activities. You can see what looks like a smithy because of the smoke coming out of it. There are orcs and goblins everywhere. Oh, there's a bugbear. The place is busy, and then you can hear a roar of laughter inside.
Don't chuck it out.
All right, so let me put some miniatures down.
We wouldn't need to be rushing so much if it wasn't for you, you asshole.
And I think it's actually to scale. I think I built this map one to scale. So if we post you down, yeah, that's to scale. There's Remy and Lemmy. And I'm actually going to switch views depending on which, like how high the elevation. If you scroll down in the map, I'll show you the outside with all the sheep.
Okay.
And there are huts in the center where there are orcs milling about. And then there are some various entrances to the building. There's also a ramp that leads up kind of out of that area and goes up into the building itself.
All right.
And you see a cave entrance over here. That's this.
That.
Yeah.
Where's the map part of it?
If you just scroll down.
Oh, right. Oh, right there.
I've got the interior and this circle with the orcs in the side and the sheep. That is this circle right here.
See it, yeah.
And you can see a couple of cave entrances.
You've almost lined it up like an engineering drawing. I am most pleased with how this is lining up. We'll make a draftsman out of you yet.
And I'll expose more of like the water and the edges of the building.
I think the first thing to spy on is the source of the laughter.
Indeed. If our enemies are happy, that has to stop.
All right, so the laughter seems to be coming from the upper end of the area, and you can see that ramp leading up. Now scroll up a little bit, and I'll show you the upper level. So there's the ramp, and then some escarpments. And then what looks like a wooden, on the back side of the building, there's kind of like a wooden dock. And you do see that there are some boats, like more like barges.
Do any of them look like the longboats that have been coming from the Orky side?
No, not quite warship boats.
Okay.
More like canoes, used to like move furs and food. And there's an idea of the dimensions of the place. So hopefully that'll help.
Yeah.
The ramp from down below leads up to here, and just inside the doorway, you can see that there are two very large hill giants that are standing at the doorway, and they're looking
happening?
and they're looking backwards as if they're like wondering what the heck was the laughter all about. One of them's going to the other one like, and the other one slaps the other one in the back, and they're kind of chuckling at something.
All right, Lemmy, you're there. You're scouting with your bro. You both have.
I do speak giant.
Yeah, at this distance, they're like,
What
Oh,
was
it's
it?
just-
I get it. His ass was in her head. I mean, his head was in her ass.
Okay.
That's interesting. That reminds me of a thing I saw.
Grudd Haug is the place that.
Don't need to hear about that.
this is the same dot on the map that you guys called Grenseldek's treasury.
Okay.
But you learned as you got closer, it actually has a name. It's called Grudd Haug.
You have a extract of sea invisibility from Ukher. Both of you do. So
Yep.
you can go scout effectively.
These giants, orcs, and maybe bugbears have created basically their own lake by clogging up this this stream bed.
Okay.
There are farms and fields full of sheep for herding, and tents full of sheep, and you have the distinct smell of pig shit coming from the entire place. Like the place reeks like a slaughterhouse,
All right.
like a pen, basically.
It's a swine barn.
And there was some laughing, like this roarous, cacophonous laughter kind of coming from the upper area of Grudd Haug. Almost longhouse style.
Mm-hmm.
Like a pig pen, yeah.
Okay. So,
there are fires within, like cook fires, smoke fires. Looks like they do tanning here, which only adds to the smell of the place.
okay.
And it sounds like a frickin' party going on in there.
Okay. Well, they didn't just finish a celebration.
Do it again. Do it again. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Let's go and see what's going on. Let's get in there.
Yep.
Okay, the two invisible little dudes. So Remy has already drank his potion. You guys are probably, it took you maybe 20 minutes to get over here.
Yeah.
Lemmy, are you drinking the potion that Ukher gave you? And what form are you in?
Diminutive bat.
Can you drink potions when you're in bat form?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. No, I'm looking at that up right now. I might have to flip out and use. Okay. It's mythic natural spell. Okay. You can use spell completion. On a person when you change form. You don't need to physically manipulate the item when you use them. While mounting for them, you can speak normally.
Still here.
When you're using Wild Chip, you can use spell completion and spell trigger magic items. This is not a spell trigger, though.
Nope, it's not spell completion.
Nope. Those are wands and stabs, I believe.
Yeah.
Scrolls? And also
Yep.
scrolls.
Scrolls.
Yep.
Okay, so everything but a potion.
So you can stop and change out of your...
Yeah, now the question is, are we planning on coming back here on the same day?
Depends on what we find.
It's a good answer, Mark.
This is
Yeah,
their
let's-
daycare facility.
Well, let's destroy it. I'm fucking done with this. Yeah,
No
Lemmy's
survivor.
going to get into a hidey spot. I'm going to stealth in there, switch back to
Okay.
Lemmy.
This
Drink the
this
potion?
place is super busy. You can see a couple of orcs walking outside. They throw some shit in the water, like out of some bucket, and one of them actually decides that this is a good time to puke, and he leans over to the side of the and retches. The other orcs are laughing at him.
Yeah, so we're far out. Like we're over here, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, I'll hide like in a tree or whatever.
Okay.
Turn like at the base of it. Turn into Lemmy. Drink the potion and fly back out. Like flip over to another bat and fly out again.
Okay. So you use one of you're on your second.
Yeah. So
wild
I'm on
shape.
my second wild shape.
You can now see Remmy-Nae. Now Remmy-Nae just flies as per like a fly spell.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can do 90-foot fly speed.
All right. I'm gonna move you down to the more tactical view.
Yeah. It's cool.
You guys are hiding in these trees. It smells like dog piss in these trees, and a lot of like really large dog turds. Give me a.
Okay. Dire wolves.
You got it.
Dire wolves.
Yep.
We've seen this shit before.
Exactly
Knowledge.
what it is.
Past
Ukher was here.
No, done. You guessed
Knowledge-
it. You got it.
Past episodes. Knowledge was awake.
Hey, that's the +1. Something. The two giants are like,
He just lives in there, doesn't he? Yeah, he must swarm around all the itchy places. Yeah, I got this really bad itch underneath this flab. See how it just sort of itches there? Oh, yeah. Yeah, that doesn't look too good.
Hill giants, huh? Dumb as fuck. Sweet. Alright, I'll just
I
fly.
wonder if you do this, poke. Oh, that fucking hurt. I told you not to hit my scabs. That's not scab. You said itch. Oh,
Marty,
okay, that's funny.
I'm gonna try to get in at the through one of the cracks. Am I grabbing the right
okay, so
character?
you're gonna fly around the outside. Yeah, the building's pretty solid, but you do see that there is a place where smoke is billowing out of, and kind of a window at this, like a porthole at this point.
Yeah, let's go over there. Ooh, what's this?
All right,
What's
so
this?
you're gonna look into the main room.
Twisted nail orc.
It is a hive of scum and villainy. It's a hive of scum and villainy.
There is a collection of very large wooden tables that are heavily stained. There are hill giants galore, men and women. There are goblins that are drinking and eating and trying to stay out of the way of the giants, out of reach. There are no orcs in this room, and you see this gargantuan, kind of propped up in a. She's not really using a seat, but it's like they turned a heavy wagon into a seat. And she's sort of laying kind of half in the seat, and it appears that this woman is trying to eat herself to death.
She's got a scimitar as a nose ring, if you take a look. That's a
Yes.
scimitar nose ring.
That's pretty cool.
She's wearing some sort of as a
Some
hat.
axes. There's axes and shields and maces, and
Yes.
there's a skeleton.
She is too big to be a hill giant.
Let me have to take one for the team.
I'm getting there.
Remy flies over to you and kind of taps you.
And then you see something wiggling around underneath one of the folds, the many
Oh.
folds that are on her front. And a little naked goblin is living in and amongst the folds of her flab.
That is a loyal cohort.
And she just kind of pets the top of him, and he goes diving back into the folds.
We have dirty jokes like this.
There's one hill giant off to the side. He looks really strong, but it also looks like he's got this huge welt over one of his faces, one of the sides of the face, and he's like almost like cowering next to Chief Guh. Chief Guh is female, if you can't tell from the.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
from the shield earring.
This is
Got
the
it.
one.
Now, I still haven't seen any treasures.
Lemmy, this is the one.
No, you do see like some of the giants do have baubles on the table that they've collected in their little piles, and maybe they're playing games with them. But you do not see
The treasury.
any treasure. You do see what looks like a field of half-eaten food all around her, and like they don't really clean up like the vessels to bring her and present her with food. Currently, there's a hill giant here that is ripping off a huge haunch of pig, and is handing the limbs of pig, and she's just kind of going like this: all the meat done, bone. All the meat done, bone. Like there's an assembly line of food that she's trying to eat.
What does she have on
go very well with this hog. You want more honey this time? I want something spicy. Spicy. Yeah, spicy.
Fuck.
She actually has carrion birds that kind of live on her back and are picking at the crumbs that are all around her.
Ah, okay.
As
We
long
need
as they're
to
not
kill
pooping
her
on
for her
And
own
at
sake.
12:32, Mark taps out.
I'm looking for
Yeah,
actual
that's
reasonable.
description here.
Kenny, thanks for the save, buddy. You got my back. Back in full power. That was hardcore. Okay.
You don't know whether she could actually move. Normally, hill giants are about 1,000 pounds, I think. Like, how big is a normal hill giant?
Usually the ones I've seen here are about 1,000 pounds.
800, I thought.
Up in Canada. The question I have is, does she have spell components, or does she have
Hill
Any-
giants are 1,100 pounds.
Yeah, they're about 10 feet tall and weigh about 1,100 pounds. This gargantuan monstrosity of a hill giant probably weighs around 20,000 pounds.
Wait, she's huge, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
Okay.
but only 11 feet tall.
And 11 feet wide.
No, she's wider than that.
Fuck.
She's like baby Stewie's head.
She's fat enough that her fat is taller than she is.
Lewis. What? Hi.
Okay,
Okay,
she is carrying.
A stone club.
You don't see the stone club, which worries you.
It's under the flab. That's what worries me. It's
Oh,
in
God.
a flab somewhere.
Marty, I'm actually trying to find out how many people here are casters.
Some of your faces during this description are absolutely priceless, by the way.
she's
Oh God.
she's gotta be a caster because there's no way a warrior's
She's a rogue.
over here. Slow moving so I can snizzle at you.
Two of your balls are showing.
She has a
That's weird. I like it.
great club. It's not a stone club, but she's got a great club that seems to have like bent swords through it. The swords themselves may be magical.
Okay.
You're freaking me out, man.
She does have a big like
Okay.
eating fork at her belt.
It's just a pitchfork. that
So
she-
these guys are
Well,
just celebrating,
it's like
right?
a dagger, almost fork. Well, they're drinking and eating. They're not like in a big ruckus, but every once in a while someone tells a good hill giant joke.
So Marty, is this building one? There's no floors. This is just one building with a big roof.
No, there's a floor, and odoriferous stench seems to be coming up through the through the
the bottom.
gratings in the middle of these two floors. where the
Okay,
rank- where the
Lemmy's
rancor
gonna.
lives.
Lemmy's gonna. Lemmy's. And I think is Remy flying with Lemmy?
Yes.
Yep.
He's right
Okay,
next
so
to
do you mind
you
if
guys
I
are
move
poking
us
your head
together?
into this, going. Oh my goodness.
So Lemmy is looking. He's poking at you. Oh, he's a bird. He's pulling at you. He's like whispers in your ear. Well, doesn't whisper. He just pulls at you. So let's fly away. And I'm looking at the. If you look to the map above, I'm looking at the 2 tunnels here,
Sure.
and I want to see where they go because they're probably leading
These ones?
underneath this thing. Yeah, the ones in here.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're gonna fly down into a
Yeah,
small
sorry, these
orc,
ones. That's right.
orc village area. It's like a stockyard. They're crude tents that are in the middle of a muddy yard, and you can see that there's goat shit everywhere and a bunch of very tough-looking orc warriors.
Okay.
They're cooking their own meal around a fire pit.
Okay. So yeah, let's stealth our way into here. See what's there.
Okay.
Enough of the surprise bullshit.
Give me a stealth check.
Okay.
Using invisibility.
Yeah. Plus, what's the invisibility? Plus 20?
For you, yeah.
Alright.
I got a 51.
Okay, there are orcs that look like they came back from a patrol. There are a couple of giants that are sort of settling in, and it looks like there's a bunch of orcs and giants that are sleeping in a back room. These giant caves are filthy, flea-ridden. They've got sleeping
63.
pallets, empty barrels of ale, smashed crates, scattered foodstuffs, maybe giant sacks that might have treasure in them. You're not sure. What were the total stealths?
63 for me.
51.
51 and 63. Okay, they're going to scout the adventure.
That's what they're here for.
That's fine.
Yeah.
No, that's good.
Do your gerb.
Your jeeb.
See,
Right.
here's the trick. You have to let the marshals kill something for a little bit first before you can go scout the big adventure, or they'll be too bloodthirsty to let you do it.
It's
I say we block these. I say we block
giant's
these
like-
exits.
You know, ever since I ate that bear, I haven't been able to shit right.
and all the orcs start juggling. Some of them have to be told what the giant said because some of them actually don't speak giant.
I stick my club up there and mook it around a little bit. You're not sticking anything on my ass anymore.
Oh god. Kill. They must. He's like, there's a bird's like, gotta kill these fuckers. All of them. All of them. Okay, so let me get over here.
Oh, is this treasure in here? It's the crap treasure, I know.
There are crates. Let me see.
Treasure doesn't come in crates, except in video games.
Crates full of pig entrails, a barrel of filth, and 2 iron cages.
They put the filth in the barrel. It must be valuable.
Each of the cages contains a male boar that looks more wild than domestic.
Okay. Well, we can have some fun there.
Let it
Later.
go.
Yeah,
Uh,
well, just...
And the tunnel goes down a little bit.
Lemmy's
and there's
going
a horrible stench coming from around the corner.
to. All right.
Alright,
Okay,
let's see what's
let's
around
do
the
that.
corner. Okay.
You can see some bugbears have made makeshift camp in amongst pigs. There is pig shit and pigs everywhere. The little pink circles are pigs. Big ass hogs. And there are a couple of things milling around in this area that have 2 heads.
Okay.
Okay, that
Continue.
meant... Yeah.
Water is trickling in through the back area, providing just a little bit of relief from the stench in the pig shit.
Mm-hmm.
And you're now getting a sense of the dimensions of the place.
Okay. I still don't see treasure. Yeah, well, we'll just...
So you're flying amongst the pigs.
What do you have over here?
You look into another area.